So websites are now getting fined for not following age verification, with one website actually getting fined over £1 million by the Office of Communications in the UK. So Ofcom is basically the people that are going to be forcing and mandating the age verification stuff across the world, and they are mainly doing it in the UK. However, that hasn't stopped them from trying to contact American companies as well and trying to threaten them with lawsuits and fines as well. They're trying to buck up at 4chan a few months ago, and 4chan was basically just like, wait, we're an American-based company. Why the hell would we follow what you guys do in the UK? And Ofcom was basically saying that they could fine people up to £18 million or 10% of qualifying worldwide revenue of any website if they don't follow age verification. So they're essentially trying to bully people into following age verification. But basically, this is about a website which is the AVS Group. Obviously, I'm not going to show which websites, but they basically own a lot of adult websites, and they have been fined £1 million for apparently not having valid age verification. Ironically, they actually did claim that they do have age verification, but Ofcom said that it wasn't good enough. Apparently, Ofcom has been emailing AVS Group since it launched its investigation in July, but they haven't had any response at any point. So the firm has also been fined an extra £50,000. For those guys wondering, £1 million sterling is about $1.3 million in US dollars. And also remember that they added £50,000 on top of that as well. So Ofcom basically said, hey, you guys need to implement a highly effective age assurance within about 72 hours or face an additional penalty of £1,000 a day. And they also said that one, quote, major social media company was going through compliance remediation with its enforcement team. So they're basically trying to like tell everybody, puff their chests out, that we mean business. We're not going to let you guys just not follow age verification because, you know, you care about the privacy of your users. Now, we want you to harvest that data. They haven't even named the platform, but says there may be formal action if it does not see sufficient improvement soon. Ofcom said that the fine showed the tide on online safety was beginning to turn. These guys are so irritating, man. So if you guys don't remember who Ofcom is, right? I'm probably pronouncing their name wrong, but who cares? I don't give a shit about them. They're the UK's regulator for communications service, and they are called the Office of Communications. Why the hell are they trying to enforce laws internationally? Why are they trying to bully websites that aren't even a part of the UK internationally? Like maybe this whole AVS Group thing, maybe they function primarily in the UK. Fair enough, I guess. I guess they have to follow the whole UK law and stuff like that. Why are they trying to do it though with websites that haven't even implemented that level of age verification yet? Why were they trying to bully 4chan and other websites like that? Well, we already all know the answer, because they're hungry for money. They just want to go ahead and try to fine people left and right. Hopefully people take these guys to court and be like, hey, why the fuck are you trying to fine us? We're not in the UK. Keep that shit over there. And again, these guys are such douchebags that they're like literally threatening people, but they're basically saying this year has seen important changes for people, with new measures across many sites and apps now better protecting children from harmful content. Ofcom's online safety group director. Yeah, that's definitely going to protect kids. You know, them being forced to submit IDs. Yeah, that's going to be very protective towards the kids. That definitely won't backfire at all. And this is the part where you really think that like they really think that they're like a super saiyan or some shit. But we need to see much more from tech companies next year, or we'll use our full powers if they fall short. So he's basically pulling a freezer right now. We haven't even seen Ofcom's final form yet. But they've already started issuing fines to some companies for not implementing proper age verification, including deepfake nudity application. See, if they wanted to just focus on deepfake nudity websites, then yeah, that actually makes sense. I hate those websites, man. I hate people who try to like make AI make people say or do something they didn't say, or make them look a certain way and stuff like that. But obviously it's not going to stop at that. I mean, they're over here bragging about trying to like bring a social media company down because they're not following age verification. Maybe that social media company, they didn't name who it was. Maybe they just care about the privacy of their users. Such a crime, you know? And I'm glad actually 4chan was mentioned in this article as well, because online message board 4chan has so far refused to comply with a £20,000 fine issued by Ofcom over the summer. Yeah, why would they? I don't know who the fuck Ofcom thinks that they are. I think they think that they're like the big dogs of the world or something like that. You guys are a UK based thing, so keep everything over in the UK. Stop trying to like bully people in the entire world. The Online Safety Act is being implemented in phases and is intended to prevent past practices which Ofcom described as online platforms being unregulated, unaccountable, and often unwilling to prioritize people's safety over profits. Ironic that you guys say that, right? Prioritize people's safety over profits, but what do you do to enforce that safety? You're fining them over £1 million and threatening other websites that aren't even in the UK. It seems like you guys care more about the profits than prioritizing children's safety. If you guys wanted to care about children's safety, wouldn't you guys just want to shut down the website so kids won't go out there and get exposed to harmful content? Why do you have to fine them? You getting £1 million, how does that keep kids safe? I mean, it's some bullshit. That's why you guys are mandating these stupid laws to begin with, age verification, where everybody in the world has to submit an ID to do basic stuff on the internet. The nerve to say that other people are prioritizing profits over safety, man. And I don't even give a shit if I get in trouble for saying this type of stuff. Ofcom, you guys can go to hell, man. I think I'm just a little irritated because I'm sick, but tougher age checks for adult websites were introduced in July, though some people have pointed out these could be easily avoided with a VPN. Definitely true. And this is a big statistic that a lot of people already know about. But yeah, apparently the Hub's parent company had seen about a 77% of drop in UK users since the age checks. And I have heard them talk about this, and they actually made a very good point that doesn't mean that people are not watching adult videos just as much. They're just going to more dangerous websites that aren't as regulated as the Hub, which is actually a really good point. But yeah, so Ofcom is going to be vowing to name and shame platforms that do not comply with age verification laws. So like I said, these guys are really trying to bully every single website to try to mandate age verification and IDs and stuff. And as you can see, we know what they get out of it and why they're so eager to do so. I mean, they're just trying to collect that sweet, sweet cash. And like I said earlier, the ironic thing behind it is the fact that AVS actually did implement age verification, or at least what they consider to be age verification, but Ofcom considered it highly effective. So they did have some sort of age verification, but Ofcom was basically like, nope, not good enough. Here's a £1 million fine, idiots, and also £50,000 fines for not responding to our email. They're basically like a desperate boyfriend or girlfriend just waiting for an email response. If you don't freaking email me, you don't love me anymore. But who knows how many other websites they're going to try to bully. I mean, obviously it depends on how like the legal proceedings will go if AVS decides to combat this or something, but they might potentially win £1 million and even more from this one group. Imagine how many other websites they can bully into age verification and make money off of. I mean, this is all about money. And the nerve of that, I still can't get over that line that I read out earlier where they were like, yeah, these websites are prioritizing profits over children's safety, yet you guys are the ones that are fining everybody. And why are you guys making money off of it if you guys only care about children's privacy and safety too? How does you making money help the children stay more safe? I mean, it doesn't make any sense. And they seem to have like some sort of infatuation with 4chan as well, because they're still going to be trying to get those fines from them as well. Hopefully 4chan keeps fighting them legally, and a lot of websites, and I don't know how many websites out there are actually going to buck up and try to like challenge these guys, because a lot of websites just seem to be like head over heels, just like, oh, okay, we'll just do whatever you say. Here we go. It is funny though that 4chan is one of the websites that decided they're not going to just listen to these guys, because 4chan kind of has a history for being able to stand up for themselves. Like I said earlier, it's just like the nerve of these guys and like the way they say things. Like they think that they're some sort of like vigilantes for the world. In reality, they're over here mandating ID age verification and forcing us all to basically compromise on our privacy. We'll use our full powers if they fall short. Oh my god, these lines just make me so mad. On Ofcom's own shitty website, they did a whole like blog post about their investigation into 4chan and its compliance with duties to protect users from illegal content and all that crap. And they are basically doing all these updates over here about like what has happened so far. It all started with like section 10 of whatever bullshit act of them basically saying, yeah, you know, they're violating our stuff. Basically, they need to mandate age verification. Then they're talking about a very strongly worded letter that they wrote to 4chan and stuff like that. And if they do not take immediate steps to comply, then they're going to basically be getting fined, you know, a daily rate of £100 per day. And then, you know, the total fine of about £20,000. And their latest update was on December 4, 2025, saying, you know, such duties require providers of regulated user-to-user services, which are likely to be accessed by children, to use proportionate systems and processes which are designed to effectively reduce the risk of harm to children from content available on their site and prevent children from encountering certain types of harmful content, known as primary priority content. Well, hey, guess what, buddies? If you guys want children to not find harmful content on the internet, then don't let them use the internet in general, because they're going to find it on literally any website you can think of. YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, anywhere that you see, they will find inappropriate content. So what are you guys going to do? Make everybody have age verification? Are you guys going to find everybody? This type of logical reasoning is so stupid, because they're basically saying we need to coddle these children when in fact their fucking parents should just be doing their damn jobs and not giving their children unrestricted access to social media and the internet. I grew up in the era where social media was just starting to become a thing. My parents didn't fucking let me just have a phone and just go ahead and just use social media fucking 24 hours a day. They would monitor what I would do, and they would make sure that I'm not going on any bad websites. Did they need the fucking government to hold their hands to do that? No, because they're just fucking parents that were doing their damn job. So the fact that today's generation of parents seem to be okay with all these types of laws, and they want the government to babysit their children so they don't have to do their damn jobs, it just irks me to like a different level, man. And these types of fucking stupid little Office of Communications or whatever they're called, they're going to take full advantage of this and say, we're trying to prioritize children's safety. Meanwhile, you're finding websites millions of pounds. This is not about children's safety for you guys. You guys just want to make some fucking money. Holy shit, I'm gonna lose my voice from ranting. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy the video. Yeah, these fines are going to start to get worse. Ofcom is going to start to go after everybody. Please leave a like in the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe for more. See ya.